How to get ahead of 99% of people is a dangerous idea. It will lead you to the wrong path. You will end up creating the type of success that when you get to the top of your mountain, you will realize you climbed the wrong mountain. You'll be unhappy, unfulfilled, and empty on the inside. In this short video, in this sincere expression, I will share with you what it truly takes to be successful. But it's not the type of success that 99% of people are chasing. I will support you to get to the top of your mountain, yet that mountain will be yours, not theirs. And that, ironically, is what gets you ahead of 99% of people. So stay with me as I show you how to be successful on your own terms, and I'll show you the method, the process that I use with my clients. My name is Vineet and I'm a psychological coach. Let's get to it. So let's first begin with, what is the problem? Why is it almost the wrong path to try and get ahead of 99% of people? You see, the mind has an unconscious and a conscious, and everything you do in your life is affirming something unconsciously. And usually what is being affirmed is your sense of identity. That sense of identity that sits in the unconscious is trying to be right all the time. So if you focus on trying to get ahead of 99% of people, what are you actually focused on within the unconscious is the question. And I'll tell you what that is. You feel inadequate, less than, not good enough relative to other people, friends, family, etc. So your focus is on them. What are they doing? How are they doing it? And you're trying to get ahead of them. But what you're affirming unconsciously is that you are not enough. So your unconscious focus is absolutely in the wrong place. Just look at all those people that have become successful, but they're unhappy. So the question to ask is, why is it some people that become successful, they're unhappy? It's because they've taken the illusionary path, the path that is false, not true to them. And if you want to be successful in the way that truly brings joy and fulfillment and goodness into your life, you want to take your attention off of what the world is doing and start to be tapped into this intelligence that's within you. Now that we've established why you shouldn't focus on getting ahead of 99% of people, let's actually look at your true nature, okay? And the example that I would give you is of an oak tree. I want you to imagine a beautiful tree. In this case, it could be an oak tree or a sequoia tree. And imagine you're that tree. You see, when you were born as a seed, and nature gave you everything in that seed for you to become your fullest destiny, for you to realize your fullest potential. Yet that potential is individual. It's what's true to you. The world may disagree, or it may not be successful in the eyes of others, but it will be deeply successful for you. So imagine a seed and it becomes a tree. Now imagine that seed, when it was trying to become a tree, it said, I don't want to be a sequoia tree. I don't want to be this tree. I want to be another tree. And that's the problem. Because of the intelligence, the ability that humans have to create a vast array of possibilities into reality, they often find themselves judging themselves relative to others. Society programs us to fit in. So all of that attempt to get ahead of 99% is in fact an attempt to be liked, loved, accepted, approved of. You catch my drift, right? And as long as you are trying to look for the adulation of the world, you will never be happy. And you will have ultimately abandoned yourself. And what does abandonment mean? It means you went against what was true to you. And instead you wanted to fit in and become like them or even get ahead of them. Why? It's because you're scared. I am scared. We're all scared that if we are true to ourselves, to our true nature, then we will be abandoned by loved ones. It's an unconscious narrative that exists for us as human beings because we are tribal and we're all looking to belong. So we make belonging take precedent over our own authenticity. So you as the oak tree are trying to be a cedar tree. And that's what is going to lead you down the wrong path. So let's, now that we've established what the problem is, and I've given you an idea of your true nature, let's now start to walk towards creating a type of success that is deeply gratifying for you. Not for the world, for you. So where we begin is we have to first establish your true nature. I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pen, draw a line down the middle of the page, and write down all your goals. And when you've written down all the things that you'd love to create, I want you to become aware of which ones of the things that you want to achieve are based upon the world's input, society's input. It will get you something from other people, from your parents' acceptance, approval, validation. Write the things down that actually don't resonate for you, but you still go after them. You still do jobs that don't resonate. You still do projects that don't actually feel in alignment to you. I want you to become aware of that part of you that yearns for belonging. Because all the goals that you try and achieve that are the product of trying to belong is self-abandonment. You did not listen to your true nature. So I want you then, once you become aware of all the goals that you're searching for, because you believe you'll be accepted by the world, become aware of those. And then in part 2, what I want you to do is become aware of what this intelligence, this heart of yours, what does it truly want? And most probably what will happen is that you will uncover a fear. That when you start walking the path that's true to you, goals that are really true for you, you will probably uncover a lot of ego fears. And there will be an air of resistance. Sabotage will start occurring because you're scared that society will reject you. And often for the people that I coach, that I work with, that is often the case. What we're trying to do, once we become aware of what our true nature wants versus what we think the world will want from us, or another way of putting it, it is what does life want from you? Independent of the world, what does life want from you? There is a life force energy cascading through your being. What does it want? Now that hopefully you become aware of one thing that you truly want, what we've now started to, the path, the process that I teach is the path of individuation. So let's share what this path is. The path of individuation was made famous by Carl Jung, the famous psychologist. And essentially what the path of individuation says is that we're here to express what naturally is trying to unfold through us. It is the path of the individual. You could even call it the path of the vagabond, right? You go alone. You let go of needing to belong to other people because often our belonging is dysfunctional. It's coming from wounding. And when we let that go, we arrive onto the path of individuation. And now this is the path of authenticity. It's the path of your own spirituality that's trying to unfold through you. And when you learn to honor that, what you're doing is you are making honor over feelings. You're prioritizing honor over feelings. The way you feel is largely the product of your relationship with the world. And if you're going to create a happy life, a successful life that's true to you, you need to get away from what the world's opinion. Here is all the intelligence. So now this path of individuation, you're on that path. And because now you've become aware of what is truly trying to unfold through you. Now that you're aware, now what you will come across in step 2 of the path of individuation is resistance, most probably. It's called the battle of evermore. There is always going to be a battle between your ego, your identity, which is largely because of your relationship with the world and trying to belong and fit in, versus your heart, your true self, your true nature. Now that collision that occurs is why most people never create a life that's true to themselves. Even if they do become aware of the first step of what they truly want, they now come up against a wall, right? And that wall is resistance, it's sabotage. And that is because ultimately at its core we're fearing abandonment, that we won't be accepted, won't be validated. So now this is where we have to do the work to let go of the resistance. It could be maybe you feel unsafe to be true to yourself. Maybe you're petrified of being rejected by people. Maybe you're scared that you'll fail in the eyes of others. That was definitely true for me. So I want you to now, step 2, write down what are your fears? What is your resistance? What are you scared of in relation to going after or creating the things that are the product of your true nature? That the things that naturally call at you. Why are you scared to try and create those? What are the thoughts and the feelings that are coming up for you? I want you to realize that when you point the light of your being upon those dark pockets that you're scared of, you can now start to essentially light up that darkness, and the darkness goes. So in this step, one of the things that I teach, which I'm going to share with you right now, is called emotional acceptance. The idea of emotional acceptance is to be able to confront and accept non-resistance to the pain that arises in relationship to your true nature, which ultimately at its core is fear of being abandoned, not belonging. I want you to write those thoughts and feelings down. What are you scared of? And let those emotions come up. Let yourself become present to what you're scared of. Because as long as you resist this pain, what will happen? What you resist will persist. And that is when you end up creating a life that is not true to you. In the words of Joe Hudson, if you are not yourself, the life you've created is not for you. So second step now is you've become aware of the thoughts and feelings that are sabotaging you, that are scared. And that is why you will keep rejecting your creativity. Creativity is just another way of saying the thing that wants to be created. And this is where we move on to step 3. When you allow yourself to get beyond, through compassion and through love, observing through contemplation, the resistance that comes up, we move into step 3. There is a deep innate intelligence within you. Your spirit, that which gives you life. Allowing it to speak to you. Some call it intuition. Some call it guidance. I call it the inner guide. Call it whatever you want. It's the part of you that knows the higher self within you beyond your ego. It knows how to realize and how to create that thing that's true to create. In step 1, we said, what is it that's true for you? Step 3 is we become aware of how to bring it to fruition. And most of these answers lie within you. If the seed is meant to become an oak tree, then surely in the seed is all of the answers, the intelligence for it to become an oak tree, right? So this is now where we start paying attention to our intuition. And obviously there's a lot more to this, but I want to keep it succinct. And this is where I want you to start keeping a little journal. Start writing down, what are the answers that are bubbling up? What is the way that you can, what's the next step? And the way that intuition tends to work, the way that your inner voice tends to work is one step at a time. In the moment, you'll be shown the way. Now that that's happened, fourth step is really to act. Is to act on that intuition, on that inner voice, right? And this is where you've now, if you act, you've started to stack the chips in the favor of your true self. And this is where you will get ahead of 99% of people. And what I mean by that is it's not the illusion of getting ahead of people. It's that most people in the world, they are unhappy. Even if they're successful, they tend to be unfulfilled and unhappy. When we say we get ahead of 99% of people, we don't mean it in the clickbait style of getting ahead. What we actually mean is you're doing something that others just don't do, which is actually become true to themselves. And that is what is the point of life. It's evolution. The way you evolve is by becoming truer to yourself, coming home to yourself. And your goals, your true goals, are just a carrot that nature dangles for you to come back to your true self. Have you ever said to someone, I just want to be myself? I just want to be myself. That is your true nature speaking. That is where you're here to take away all the layers of your conditioning that have made you fit in with others but not be true to you. There are thousands of ways throughout the day that you probably behave in ways that are not true to you. This is called evolution. Is to come back to your true nature. And for that, you're going to have to be brave. So that is essentially the journey. Okay? And it's called the path of evolution. Now, if this has served you, there is a link in the description. You can check out what I do. And feel free to be in contact if it resonates. Let me check in and see what else wants to be shared from my heart to you. You are safe to be you. You truly are safe to be you. It's the greatest honor in this lifetime is to be you. So stop trying to get ahead of 99% of people the way that people create these videos for clickbait. Instead, be you. But to be you, you have to know thyself. And I will leave you with the findings of a palliative care nurse called Bronnie Ware. She wrote a famous book called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. In that book, after having cared for many people that were on their last breath, she discovered a theme of what their regrets were whilst they were dying. And the number one theme amongst the dying was as follows. I wish I had the courage to be true to myself rather than the expectations of others. And that is what it comes down to. Letting go of the expectations of the world. Because we grew up as children in little tribes. And in order to survive, we had to mold ourselves, right? It's called physical survival and psychological survival. And every single time you're not true to you, you're trying to survive psychologically. That child self is playing out through your adult self. Allow yourself to have the courage to be true to you. And that is when you will become truly successful in your own measure. And that is where you'll find alignment with you. Peace will be with you. Fulfillment with you will be with you. Abundance will be with you. And it might take years. Because my story is as follows. I, to be honest, only teach that which has served me. And the honest answer is I struggled most of my life to be able to become true to myself, to create a life of success that resonated for me. And my journey has been about letting go of my fears that It made me believe that I would not be welcome into the world if I did not try and fit in. So I've had to peel away so many layers. I had a stammer, couldn't express myself in a way that was true for me. I did jobs that I hated. Eventually I started a business, and even that's taken 15 years to get it to the place where I can be true to me. And I'm still working through it. And even before this video, a part of me was scared. Should I actually share what I truly want to share from my heart? Or should I share with you what you want? And really, I'm here to share the truth of what actually works. So I hope this has resonated. If it has, please do like and share and subscribe. On this channel, I'm on a mission to support you to create an authentic life, to do work that truly matters for you. And in the process, at the heart of my work is to help you to overcome that identity of yours that keeps sabotaging you and preventing you from living a life, creating a life that's authentic to you. And I'll leave you with the following question. Will you choose to belong in the world, or will you choose to be authentic to you? Please do comment. Why is it important to you for you to become authentic? Because if we don't, then we end up with a life, we get to the end of our lives and we have a life of regret. We did not live lives that were true for us. So I hope this has served you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. My name is Vineet. Lots of love from my heart to yours. Over and out.